Gala parade on the Red Square in Moscow, which is marking the 75th anniversary of victory in World War II. Tri-service contingent on your screens right now. Let's get you those visuals. That's the tri-service contingent of the Indian Armed Forces who are participating, and Defence Minister Rajnath Singh is also in attendance. Those are our Indian Jawans, Indian forces participating in the Gala parade on Red Square, visuals of which on your screens right now. This is taking place at Red Square in Moscow to mark the 75th anniversary of victory in World War II. On your screens at the moment, tri-service contingent of Indian Armed Forces participating, and Defence Minister Rajnath Singh also is in attendance. Abhishek Palla now joins us for the latest on these visuals that are coming in. Abhishek, we've been saying this time and again, these are majestic visuals that are coming in right there of the victory parade, of course, which is the victory day for Russia, that is marking the end of World War II and the victory of the Allied forces in the year 1945 as well, with our Indian forces participating as well. It's another reiteration of the ties that India and Russia have been facing for a very long time since the Cold War, and it's a strategic, military, economic and a very special partnership that we enjoy with Russia as well. Abhishek?
Definitely, Chaiti, and you know, these pictures not only represent the deep ties between India and Russia, but also a lot of history, as to what happened in the Second World War. Don't forget, there were several Indian soldiers who fought bravely, and there are tales of valor of Indian braves who participated in different sectors during the World War. And once again, it's a moment of pride, not just for Russia, but also for India, because there is an Indian contingent, a tri-service contingent, which means that there are personnel from the Indian Army, Indian Air Force and the Indian Navy that are participating in this parade. In all, there are 19 militaries that are participating, 64,000 personnel part of this parade. It's a grand event that is taking place to commemorate the 75th anniversary of that great victory of the Allied forces over the Nazi Germany. And Defence Minister himself present there witnessing this event. In the past, there have been other Indian leaders who've visited and have witnessed this event. Pranab Mukherjee, in fact, happened to go there twice, once as the President of India, and back in 1990s when he was the Foreign Minister. Prime Minister Manmohan Singh had also gone there once. So obviously, very strong ties, and that's something Defence Minister Rajnath Singh spoke about yesterday in his brief interaction with the press there. He said that as far as the two countries are concerned, they go back a long way. Defence cooperation has been very, very strong, and he described the two countries as strategic partners. Also mentioned that the defence equipment that India is procuring from Russia, he hoped that there'll be a speedy delivery of those equipment, hinting at the S-400 anti-missile system that India is to get from Russia. India has already made payments in large amounts, but because of the COVID pandemic, the delivery has been delayed. So India is hopeful that that can be expedited. So obviously, very important moment. This parade is just a representation of those strong ties between the two countries. Also comes at a very important point of time when there are hostilities with China at the line of actual control. Important to note that even a Chinese delegation is part of this parade. There are Chinese officials. The Chinese Defence Minister is also there. But the Defence Minister of India will not be meeting the Chinese Defence Minister. That's something that has been clarified and stated very clearly by the Indian Ministry of Defence, rejecting reports of Chinese publication Global Times.
Yes. Absolutely, Abhishek, continue to stay with us right there. Once again, let's walk our viewers through these visuals that are coming in at the moment on your screens right now. You've got the grand gala parade that is taking place. We're bringing this to you live at the moment. Let's get you all those visuals right now. Indian forces are also participating. Remember, on your screens at the moment, you can see our Indian forces participating in the Russian parade right there. It's a gala parade on Red Square in Moscow to mark the 75th anniversary of victory in World War II. The tri-service contingent of Indian Armed Forces participating on your screens at the moment. Take a look. getting you those fantastic visuals that are coming in right there. Rajnath Singh, Defence Minister, is representing India. This is the Gala parade on Red Square in Moscow to mark the 75th anniversary of the victory in World War II. The tri-service contingent of Indian Armed Forces participating. You've got Defence Minister Rajnath Singh in attendance as well. Remember, the Victory Day marks the end of World War II and the victory of the Allied forces in 1945. And what's interesting is that our Indian forces are participating on this. This is the timing of this is very crucial. Let's bring in Abhishek Bhalla for more on that. Abhishek, the timing of this is extremely crucial. As you can see, the tri-service contingent on our screens, we can see of Indian Armed Forces participating. We do know that Defence Minister Rajnath Singh also is in attendance, and this is happening on, of course, at a time when India is facing one of the worst border standoffs with China. Abhishek.
It's ironic, Chaiti, that, along with the Indian contingent, there's also a Chinese contingent that is participating in this parade. In all, there are 19 countries that are part of this parade, close to 64,000 personnel. But as far as the Indian contingent is concerned, 75 of them from the Indian Army, Air Force, as well as the Navy. The 3 women officers are the flag bearers here. And just minutes ago, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, who's present and witnessing this parade, has said in a tweet that he is extremely proud of the Indian Armed Forces. It's a very important moment considering that it comes at a time when there are hostilities with China at the line of actual control, and those kind of hostilities have not been seen in decades now. And at this point of time, the Indian and the Chinese military is participating together in this event. In fact, the Indian Defence Minister also has met his Russian counterparts. But what we were told yesterday by the Indian Ministry of Defence that there is no chance of the Indian Defence Minister Rajnath Singh meeting his Chinese counterpart, contrary to some reports by the Chinese publication Global Times that said yesterday that a meeting between the 2 ministers is likely. Indian officials denied this, saying these reports are not true. So as far as India is concerned, we are very clear. No meeting between the Indian Defence Minister and his counterpart in Russia. Whatever engagement is happening, discussions are happening, they are restricted to the officials of the 2 armies and obviously to diplomats of the 2 countries. And this dialogue will continue in days to come to find proper resolution to what's been happening. In the meanwhile, of course, Defence Minister in Russia also had meetings with Russian officials, and he spoke about Russia giving an assurance that whatever defense equipment that India is purchasing from Russia, there will be attempts to make sure that it can be expedited. The critical procurement, of course, is that of the S-400 anti-missile system. India has already made some payments for it, but because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the delivery was delayed. Defence Minister hinted that those deliveries can be now made ahead of time, and if that happens, obviously it will be a big boost to the Indian military's armory.
Oh yes, absolutely, Abhishek. Abhishek is getting us all those updates right there, and also getting us a perspective in terms of the strategic economic ties that India and Russia have been sharing ever since the Cold War. Rajnath Singh has also put out a tweet just a little while back. On the picture actually on the left side of your screen is of Rajnath Singh in Russia. It's from his Twitter handle, where he's put out 2 pictures, one of him sitting right there as a part of the contingent representing India as well. He is written, and I quote, attending the Victory Day parade at Red Square in Moscow today to commemorate the 75th anniversary of victory of the Soviet people in the Great Patriotic War of 1941 to 1945. I am proud that tri-service contingent of the Indian Armed Forces is also participating in this parade, unquote. In fact, just a day earlier as well, he's put out another tweet which is actually lauding the friendly people of Russia. He's also said in his own admission, especially the veterans who have contributed so much to our common security as well. A moment of great pride for India as well, with Rajnath Singh in Russia and our forces on your screens at the moment. Indian troops at the Gala parade on your screens at the moment.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.